Honestly, Rachel impresses me all the time. She's my girl. My wife's okay with it too. So it's all good. Ferrari red, isn't she beautiful? I like to be prepared and I like to have it all, and then everything just goes smooth. No one taught me this. It's all self-taught. This thing saves me a lot of time, effort, hassle. This is the look I'm usually looking like. This thing is huge. What do you think I use that for? It's content, man. I need to get it. Hey, it's JD here from Poco Building Supplies, also known as Crane Truck Guy. About to give you my rundown on my truck. Her name is Rachel. It's a 2018 Western Star 4700 SF, a Hiab 377 E8 High Pro, made in Sweden. It's painted Ferrari red, gains about 40 extra horsepower just from the color, 36 feet long. We got 70 feet of boom in that crane. It's got a DD13 Detroit engine in it. So I'm just gonna demonstrate how it works. Follow along, here we go. Ferrari red, isn't she beautiful? So Poco Building Supply has been around for over 104 years. Great company to work for, 4th generation owner. I'm a Poco boy, Poco pride. I live 5 minutes away from here. It's just a perfect fit when I got hired here. Everyone always asks me about the number 69. Every time Poco gets a new truck, they retire the number. So this is their 69th truck in their history of 104 years, which is pretty cool. The deck here is 20 feet, 4 inches long with the headache rack. So we'll start at the front of the deck where I keep all my chains, my wheel chocks, all my straps and slings. So this is the most important box. So as soon as I come, undo belts, put belts away. Because if you got belts laying around, tripping hazard. So I'm all about putting the belts away right away. Grab my winder, wind up my belts. This thing saves me a lot of time, effort, hassle. Here, I'll just show you how it's done. Check this out. You guys can get a shot of this. Check out the winder. Oh, 30 feet in 6 seconds. That's my cool tool of the truck. I bought it and then it had a handheld on there, and I'm a power guy, so we cut that thing off. I glued in a bit there. If any company wants to help me build one of these, let's do this, because I can sell these things. As you see, I got all my belts organized, super organized guy. I got all my baby shackles. I tried to paint them red, but it didn't stay. These are the slings, 14s, 16s, 20s, 24s, 28s. The reason why I got these 28s, I'll tell you a good story about them. So I first started, we deliver a lot of fence panels, so there'll be a big pack. And I remember when I first started, the old timer guy just throws his chains on these fence panels, and I could sense like the customer looking at this, like, why is he putting chains on here? So that day, literally went and got 28-foot slings. No damage now. I picked those things, boom, no damage, no chains. Yeah. 10s and 12s, the new orange supplier. More 20s if I want to have 2 sets of 20s going. And then the 4-inch 20s are for the big lifts. Those are heavy. 20, 34, 50, 70, 94, 122. That's what? 244 feet of sling plus those. That's like 300 feet of sling we got on this truck. It's wild. I check my straps all the time to make sure there's no damage. Always inspect your slings, your chains, hooks, shackles, everything. Safety, safety, safety. Yeah, look how fat this thing is. See how much it can hold. So all the slings have their length type of them. So it's type 4-inch. So vertically, 11,500 pounds. Choker, so 8,600, and a basket, 23,000 pounds. I try to rotate all my slings during these months in the cab to dry out, and the belts and all that, so everything's dry. But it's tough. Nice little stack. I had to customize this bin, make it a little smaller so I can fit it in here. Has my 10s and 12s. You would be surprised how much I use these ones. Voila. I like to be prepared and I like to have it all, and then everything just goes smooth, you know? Preparation is key in this industry. Here's the second box. Honestly, I don't go in this box that often. The main thing I go in here for are my corner boards. Everything else is like a specialty thing. Like if I'm painting, cleaning, lifting something special, or if I need to set up some emergency stuff, that's about it. I got these rollers. If we ever have to roll like a 5,000 pound steel beam in a house, so I'll shoot the beam into the house, put the rollers down, and just Egyptian it into the house. Spill kit, just in case I blow a hydro line. I got my traffic sign here, a couple more corner boards, big guys, wrap, always need to protect our stuff. Check out my Louis Vuitton bag that I found on site. I got my little tripods in there. Markers, obviously. Crowbar, this is a necessity, a lot. Obviously painted red. This is my bag of whatever. There's another good tool I use if we ever need to split plywood lifts, if they're too heavy or anything like that. Jam that in there, get your chains in there. Mini blocks, got some mini blocks just in case we really need to block the truck. More slings, 16 footers. Here's some more slings. Look at them, never been used. All my stuff's organized. So I got my paint, fluids, wax, paint. I run Rain-X, especially where we live. It's great. I don't know if you guys know what Rain-X is. A bunch of polishes and white lithium. This is my tool for my bikes, my Mad Max spikes. Good tool. Again, more rollers. If I need to roll like something on some soft wood or something, well, I haven't used them yet, but they're there. If you never need to set up some rebar picks, you can use these. I've never used them. I don't know why they're in here. There we go. This one's heavy. Tag line. So if we're ever in a situation where we need the tag line, just boom, tag line. These are my bigger shackles for lifting sea cans and stuff. We rarely lift sea cans, but when I do, I will use these bigger shackles. Well, we got coolant, automatic tranny fluid, which we use in the power steering fluid. Some more corner belts. Even got them all wrapped up all nice. I didn't even know how I did that. Let's see what's in here for fun. Some more rando stuff. I can attach these to that trailer tracking system and drop her down. Clearly doesn't see much action. Forgot it was in there. So that's that, Ben. What do you think? Organized? Because I'm sure you've seen some trucks where you're like, holy moly, how's this guy working here? You know? I like to just know where everything is. I come from an owner-operator background for 12 years, so that's sort of instilled in me. So when I take this truck on, it's my truck. Like, I love it. I really take care of it and enjoy it, as you see. These red pads, these are Outrigger pads. We tend to make plywood pads here because we're a lumber yard. I'm a 5-ply. Some guys like to run 4 because they do get a bit wet and heavy. Like, let's see, 45 pounds. No big deal. I got plywood ones, and then on my passenger or driver's side, I got a couple composite. 250 bucks a piece. It's a good price. I got some blocks, painted them red, obviously. So those are 2 blocks I use. So this is the headache rack section of the truck. 25-foot chains here. A little old. My boy Colton will be hooking me up soon. We got a new supplier. He likes to run these orange chains. These are pretty heavy duty. So I got 2 sets. So if I want to run a 4-point pick, I do that. Or if I'm lifting plywood, I will have my slings hooked to my chains, and it's a nice little pick. So that's what I use these for. Again, I don't like having my stuff on the deck. I like to have it all nice and hanging. I installed this trailer sort of style strapping so I can strap stuff to my bulkhead. I got the clips here. I can attach stuff. It's not for like super heavy stuff. It's only for like rock wool, like insulation, light stuff. I got these here. These are old D-rings. I'll show you the trick, what I do with these. This is for if you have a load, say that load is high here, so I'll add the D-ring onto here, and you attach the D-ring to your center, so that brings the angle of the belt down. That's my little trick. So you do that, and then just one of those, boom, boom. Does that make sense? One of the older guys showed me that trick. It's pretty cool. This is a piece of rebar that I've added to the truck as my handle. So my first thing is right here. So I added red protection for my hand. So boom, boom, 2 points, 3 points, 4 points, all the way up and then back down. Because before I'd be like, oh man, you know, you need something to grab onto. So I'm like, boom, up there. If I come back down, solid. There's a bunch of LEDs. During the day of the life, in the morning, we'll light those LEDs up so we can see. So dunnage, corner boards. These are actually spreader bars that I use. So when I lift stuff, if I lift it, and the slings will be away from the product with these. So these are good for dunnage. I like to use these for all my rebar. I'll lay these all 4 out for the rebar, get it off the ground. My holder for my ski pole poker. This thing is huge. What do you think I use that for? So this is, I'll grab a sling. For example, say I want to lift this. I can't get at it, so I'll grab it like this, and then boom, and it's right under. And then even this is another trick. No one taught me this either. It's all self-taught. And I even do one of these, if you can, and then just put it right up there. And then boom. So that's ski pole. I got another one, the shepherd's hook. So again, I can just put this over here, drop the sling on that side, and pull it through. Or if I need to grab my chains, it'll grab the chains. Because a lot of times we'll be doing returns. I've been sitting there forever, can't get our rigging underneath, so it's a bit of a struggle. Get that guy under, pull it out. So yeah, it's a good tool. All right, so added a broom to the truck. It's a cheap old $15 broom. Clean up sites, clean off the deck, shovel. I've had to dig myself out a bunch of times with this bad boy. Dig me out, get me out of here. Super efficient. It's there, not moving, out of the way, part of the deal, man. It's another hook I use just for like lock blocks. You know, like this one little hook, boom, quick little, yeah, here's my boy, Royal, let's go. We run a bunch of rollers on the one side, and then we also have center belts, which makes it very convenient. And when I want to center belt stuff, I can only use half the side of the deck. I added this. We had one on the other side. So I'm like, why wouldn't I want on this side too, right? And who wants to go both sides? So this is for cranking her down. You can see I barely even have this strap down. Super sensitive material. You don't want to band it down hard. Where else are we going now? We run a double axle here, airbags. I can dump it every time I lift. Every time I get the crane set up, I'll dump the bag so it's very rigid. It's like, see how far it's come down? Now it's way more solid. When the airbags are up, it's really, really bouncy. If you got a big load out and you got the airbags on, it's sort of bouncy. So I really like to bring them down, make it super rigid, the frame's solid, it ain't going anywhere. You'll see when I fire up the crane. All right, well, now let's go to the back. Welcome to the back. Here's the back, the Bowen Island back end. Here's another cool thing. So I'm pretty short, so I installed this step. So lots of LEDs on this truck. Everything is LED, side markers, reverse lights. I think we can put around 22,000 pounds on this baby. The crane's 13,400 pounds or something. So you push that with the truck. It's fun times. And people in Vancouver love to cut you off. So it's like, hey man, I'm carrying a house on my truck. The axles, they're air locking axles. So I have a switch in the cab where I can air lock them. Makes it very convenient. If I'm articulating and the tire's spinning, hit that locker, boom, we're out of there. In snow, dirt, mud, all that, always lockers on. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you under here, stash. a stash. So like I said, you never know when you get on sites. You never know if it's gonna be on an incline or flat. So I got a bunch of extra Outrigger pads under here because you never know when you're gonna have to stack up. Oh, that's wet. So when you get your Outrigger out, you don't want to extend your Outrigger all the way out. So you can build up your pads. So yeah, my little stash of pads. I'm a big brand guy, so I got all these stickers made and got them all like the way I like them. I branded that there, got new high ab stickers just to make it look fresh. The red really pops and the white on the black. It's another thing I did. And then this Western Star sticker, I won a trip in 2013 through Western Star. So every time I look at that, it reminds me of that trip with Star Squatch. Yeah, again, another big branding guy. Added the sticker here for them. I got these stickers made for them too. And I got my Instagram QR code. Follow these guys too. Got another Outrigger pad here. These are 2 composite pads I got. These are the Mac Daddies. Dika, hook me up, send me some pads. So those are my 2 composite pads, self-leveling pads. Here's some more Outrigger pads. So these are for when I'm on a hill. So say this is on a hill, and then I'll set my Outrigger pads up like this. So you have to sort of visualize it. If that's on a hill, these would be like this, right? And then this, wherever I set up my pads, it'll make it level. Angle pads. I'll show you how we pop the hood. So Western Star, they designed a new hood recently. It's called the Power Hood, where you can literally just do this and it opens. But watch what I have to do to open this hood. I'm like $185. So I gotta get up here and freaking. So they've designed a new hood where this doesn't happen anymore. So they were having issues where the hoods were bouncing around and rubbing on all the frames and stuff. So I went ahead and JD customized the foam up there, and there's no more wear marks. So that's the DD13, since we have the hood open. It's pretty economical diesel motor, I guess. As the DD16's a little bit burning more fuel. As you see, it's pretty clean. It's got like 215,000 kilometers on it, so it's not too bad. Yeah, you can see the truck used to be white. A little bit of wear marks. This is the driver's side area of the crane. This is the hydraulic fluid tank. Branding, big branding guy. Added a new high ab sticker. So this is all the handles to run the Outriggers. This one pushes it down. This one pushes the opposite side down. This one pushes it out. These are if I have to run it manually. I don't want to run this crane manually because to be standing here and looking 70 feet out, it's pretty sketchy. So we don't want to run these. And then this is my load chart. So if anyone ever wants to see that. And then this is all the power. This is the Bluetooth station. And then, yeah, this is all the hydraulic systems. Cab's got air ride. Yeah, a little bit of air ride in that cab. Big fuel tank, 303 liters, DEF fluid, hate DEF. Yeah, this is the driver's side area of the crane. This is the passenger side of the crane. You can see it's a little bit different as the driver's side. It actually sits in the cradle here. This is where you want the most secure part of the crane to be down. And then all the booms sort of rest down here on these little pucks. So you always want your crane to be safe, right? Because that's a lot of weight. Got my little level here. You gotta make sure you're in your 5-degree bubble here. Check out my bubble. So that will tell me if the truck's level or not, right? These are just the Outrigger controls. This one sends it out. This one pushes it down. And then I can control the other side just down, not out. So this one can go up and down. Just bolt the crane essentially just on the chassis of the truck. So it's pretty straightforward, you know? So this truck essentially is like a logging truck with a crane on it. I've had it up logging roads, articulated. Yeah, it really, honestly, Rachel impresses me all the time. She's my girl. My wife's okay with it too. So it's all good. Yeah, so it's a high ab 377 E8 High Pro. Can lift 20,000 pounds right beside the truck. It's a lot of weight. To the tip is like 2,180 pounds, 69 feet, 8 inches or something. It really gets the job done, but these days, I think we need 100 plus. We need a bigger crane. Everything's getting bigger these days. Everyone wants stuff over houses and stuff like that. Okay, let's fire it up. So it's pretty cool. The remote can run everything. PTO's on right now. Hit that up. Start the truck from the remote. Idle up. Outrigger out. The main boom going up. You can see it gets pretty close on the headache rack there. So I always got to do a little turn right there. Always. You want to go up? There we go, last boom. There we go. Here, let's come to this side, we'll bring it down. Since I have the outrigger all the way out this side, I can maneuver the crane all the way over to this side. So watch. Yeah, there she is. Just under 70 feet. 2,180 pounds, 70 feet. I also have this tree here. If you get in the yellow zone, yeah, I should probably put her down. The red, yeah, you're not going any further. And you can see how like it flexes, like the whole, everything's got a bit of play in the crane. Like watch when I pull it. All right, it's a lot of flexing steel right there. But yeah, she's done a lot of lifts in her day. 2018, so man, what year is it? It's what, 7 years old? Say you do 1,000 lifts a year, maybe 2,000. So what? That's like a lot of lifting. So yeah, it's been a good machine for them. So let's just fire it back up, then I'll idle it up, and then we're gonna go straight up. And in. Then you can bring down the secondary for fun. All with the touch of a hand. Yeah, so like I said before, when we do have to run the crane out on the deck, I'll sort of show you what it looks like, how I can reverse angle the one boom. Here we go. So you can see how the main boom's coming down, the secondary's going up. I'm booming in. Right here is about the point where I can get to. There, so you can see. Then I got it over here. So that's what the truck would look like if I was driving down the road with a 30+ foot beam on there, if that makes sense. Always measure your loads, never over 14 feet. So this is putting it away. So right now I'm going up with one, down with the other. That yellow line gives me a little bit of a marker where I need to have the crane out to go into the cradle. I always keep that yellow line out to keep it in the cradle. Then I suck it into it. So that's that. I always like to stick to my routine because this thing's worth $5 grand, and I've heard of people leaving it on their truck or leaving it on site. So every time I put all my stuff away, I make sure I put this in the cab. Every time. All right, now let's go check out the cab. So this is the cab of our 2018 Western Star. Just replaced the steering wheel. It used to have like a big bus steering wheel. Absolutely hated it. Came down a bit. It's got power windows in it. Pretty good stereo, Bluetooth, power mirrors. Just recently replaced this visor because it was all mangled. Here's a little customization I did. Western Star, look at that, a little clip over here. Look at that, see that flex in it, boys? And now nothing, 100% out. So that was another thing I did. We have live cameras in our trucks, which is cool, just in case the Vancouver drivers drive like they do. This is a gift from Hiab. It's a little small for my coffee, so I use it as my hat holder when I put on my hard hat. So it's my hat holder. And then I got my earplugs I like to run. I'm already deaf enough. I got my two favorite mascots rolling with me every day right here. The Hiab elephant and the Star Squatch from Western Star. I got my toy truck here. That's the exact same truck as my truck, which I love. I'm sort of known for driving around in town with my red pit vipers on, so this is the look I'm usually looking like. So good guy sent me these glasses, Cody, which was pretty cool. Rachel, it's got the old school vibe, bunch of gauges, got the turbo gauge, all that good stuff. I have my little setup for my cord when I need it. It's got an ashtray in it. No one's got an ashtray now these days. This is a fun trick. So I got this in here. So when I'm at a stoplight and I'm close to the crosswalk, you literally do one of these and you touch the crosswalk and it goes and it works, and I've done it and it's awesome. Here's all my my little crane work ahead, all my caution tape. Obviously made it out of a saw blade and painted the holder red. Yeah, got my rain boots from Boggs here. Boggs, great company. Shout out Boggs. What else we got? We got the 18-speed shifter here. I love shifting gears, dislike automatics. As you can see, got all my favorite brands. Troll Clothing, Western Star, Blue Collar, all that jazz. Here's a sticker from my Star Nation experience in 2023. Here's my little name tag I gotta have. I keep that around. It's a friendly reminder of how awesome that was. I got my old school hats, new school, high ab, Western Star, and then my big blue collar guy. Added all those hooks in there. Built my hard hat rack, so I'm all organized. Got my one lift, ball cap, and then I got my rounder. Got my Leatherman here. Always a great tool to have on a truck. I got a couple things under here, extra rain gear. I go to the ferry a lot, so sometimes I'll just be chilling in here and I don't really want to wear boots, so I just got some old flip-flops or whatever. And then I keep all my ratchets in here. If I keep them in the bin, they'll get all rusty. This is another belt for the remote. And then I got a safety kit, first aid kit, just in case. Cut a finger or something. That's about it. The battery's under there. I've added those Western Star mats, a couple stickers, got my water bottle, my pre-trip. Always do your pre-trips every day. Always got a broom, handy broom. I'm all about being clean. Another thing that helps me keep clean. Here we go. That's sweet. Even fill up people's tires before. Yeah, that's dope. Got all my my staples, red flags, always organized. See, little containers. Yeah, that's about it.
On average a day, how long do you spend in your cab?
It varies. I would say usually first drive in the morning's about an hour. I'm usually going to Vancouver. Yeah, I'd say 3 to 4 hours on average. It's like my nest in here. I like it.
How's the air ride or your seat?
Everything you need, lumbar, every single. I like to keep it just flat though. I don't have any of the air stuff done. Yeah, it's all out. I don't know, lacrosse body. Yeah, play hockey and lacrosse still. I coach both my sons' hockey, lacrosse teams. I love giving back to the sport and to my community. I love Port Coquitlam, love the city, grew up here, work for Poco Building Supplies, big part of our community. It's awesome. I feel like I'm really where I'm supposed to be in life. As before, I didn't. And when I lost my job during COVID, I didn't know what I was gonna do. And now it's like where I'm supposed to be, which is cool. So this is how I got here. I went to work one day at my old job. I used to own my own truck and they just canceled my contract. And then I was like, oh shit, what am I gonna do? And then I came down here just with my truck and looking for work, and they're like, I'll hire you right now. So if anybody out there don't think you can do it, you can do it. Like, it's gotta want it. And yeah, I look where I'm at now. So that's my story. All right, guys, that's Rachel, my 2018 Western Star. Thanks for watching. Got any questions, hit the comments below. You can find me at Crane Truck Guy on Instagram. DM me, follow me, add me, tag me, all that. Let's go.
If you need repairs or maintenance for your machine or fleet of machines, reach out to us. We have a vast network of top-tier mechanics across North America ready to help you get your machine back up and running. Reach out to us at dispatch@tekamohd.com.
No, I have my own business card. Check it out. I have my card.